Hey, first off, an apology. I'm sorry about going on a rant earlier. In the last few weeks, actually, I've just been a bit of a miserable cow, and I'm sorry. Okay. Um, I have a fairly long history of bottling problems up until I just explode, and I've got to stop doing it because it's making life really difficult. I've got to learn to actually sort of just deal with things as they come up. I thought I was doing a lot better at it than I actually am, because I was sort of, what's the word? Because I was just getting on with life. I just assumed that I was dealing with the problems, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to get on. But it turns out there's quite a few things that I haven't really been facing up to. And I think a lot of it is down to the fact that I'm a bit of a control freak, that I just tell myself, don't worry, you can keep control of this situation, that you'll fix this situation. When, sometimes that is out of my hands. I think sometimes it's that there's things that I don't want to admit to myself are problems. Because I like to think I'm fairly strong character, but not as strong as I thought. I think I like to, I like to be the helpful voice where I can. Doesn't always work, not always helpful. I like to be happy-go-lucky, I like to smile and to, present what is a positive image, because whilst I'm having a bad few days, a bad few weeks even, if I think about it along a whole timeline, life is generally better. There are definitely more smiles, which is good, right? But I don't think it's right to keep ignoring the fact that there are some significant problems I need to deal with. Problems that are possibly out of my control, but I still need to deal with the consequences of. So now I need to just sort of like stop just bottling everything up, letting it all get into being this one massive problem. I think I've learned, that there's different types of strength, and there's no good reason why, if I practice a little bit of what I preach, that I can't break this seems like an insurmountable issue down into little bits and just deal with each little bit at a time. And then if there's consequences as a result and it fragments and fragments, I can deal with each of those fragments. But at the moment, I'm just seeing it as this one great big problem, and that's not helping anybody. It's what I'm always telling my friends and my family to avoid. Whenever anybody comes to me and says, "Oh, everything's going on top of me," I say to them, "Well, no, just one thing at a time, and maybe I need to take a leaf out of my own book on that one." So I'm going to try and just deal with one problem at a time. It's just going to suck. It's going to be really hard. There's going to be some big and difficult decisions that need to be made, and I don't know. I'm so drained. I'm just so tired right now. It's hard. It's just hard. I'm not gonna lie. I sit here all the time like, life is good and all these big smiles. Well, you know what? It's not bullshit. There is some really good stuff. My life is, like I say, believe it or not, I've had some really positive experiences, and generally it's not that bad, and there's a lot of people out there worse off than me, and blah 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 blah. But please don't be under any illusion. This is difficult. I mean, you know, it's possibly the most difficult thing a person can do. You know, personally, that a person can do. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna get on. Try and just, you know, one step at a time and get back to being that happy person that, you know, I've had a brief moment of seeing that girl who's crying with happiness, not the girl who's crying from tiredness and frustration. Wish me luck. This is gonna suck. Bye.